Even while the ideals of hard work and dedication are most frequently linked to athletic brilliance, there are occasions when genetic excellence triumphs over all, in a sense taking the lead. Rarely will a father pass on his sporting prowess to his son or sons, almost as if they were born to play the particular sport. Today, we'll take a look at some of the most iconic duos that left their mark on their respective sport. Firstly, Felipe and Moises Alou. We begin on the diamond, where Moises Alou and Felipe both performed for more than 2 decades. Felipe was the first Dominican to play regularly in Major League Baseball when he signed with the San Francisco Giants in 1958, marking the beginning of everything. The older Alou played for 5 other teams, including the Yankees and Braves, between that time and 1974. Felipe played in 17 seasons of professional baseball, appearing in 3 All-Star games in 1962, 1966, and 1968. He also twice led the National League in hits and once in runs. He played all 3 outfield positions and hit .286 in his career, along with 206 home runs, 852 RBI, and all 3 positions. Similar to his father, Moises played for his father for the majority of his 17 years in the league, largely in Montreal. The younger, 5-tool Alou hit an impressive .303 in his 1,942 career games between 1990 and 2008, with 2,134 hits, 421 doubles, 332 home runs, and 1,287 RBI. Along with the Griffeys, Fielders, and Wards, the 2 Alous are still one of just 4 father-son teams to have both had at least one 20-home run season. Up next, Calvin and Grant Hill. Contrary to others, Calvin and Grant Hill had very different routes to fame. Nevertheless, both players achieved elite status in their respective leagues throughout their primes. Calvin established himself on the NFL field, where he played for 12 seasons, 1969 to 1981, 4 Pro Bowl selections in 1969, 1972, 1973, and 1974 are among the Yale graduates' many achievements. He was also the first Dallas Cowboy to carry for 1,000 yards in a single season in 1972, and he repeated the feat in 1973. Even though he did it while wearing basketball shoes, his kid Grant fared well by following in his father's footsteps. The younger Hill was a remarkable talent on the hardwood, leading his collegiate team, Duke, to national championships in 1991 and 92 before joining the NBA in 1994. Hill improved his game even more at the professional level, playing in 7 All-Star games and being named to 4 All-NBA second teams and 1 All-NBA first team. The former Duke player had one of the best seasons in NBA history in 1999 to 2000, scoring 25.8 points per game along with 6.6 rebounds and 5.2 assists per game. Despite a series of ailments that would ultimately limit his output, Hill was able to play 18 full NBA seasons. Moving on, Ken Norton Sr. and Jr. It's time to take a deeper look at Ken Norton Sr. and Jr. in order to continue the theme of dads and sons who took divergent paths to success and notoriety. For instance, Sr. caused havoc in the ring, where he boxed his way to 42 victories, including one over Muhammad Ali in 1973. The former WBC heavyweight champion also rose to fame for his memorable contest with Larry Holmes, which he ultimately lost by split decision. Norton Sr. was inducted into the World Boxing Hall of Fame in 1989, the International Boxing Hall of Fame in 1992, and the WBC Hall of Fame in 2008. He is widely recognized as one of the 50 best heavyweights of all time. Jr., who chose a different but equally physical route, thrived on the football field, first playing linebacker for the UCLA Bruins, 1984 to 87. Norton Jr., an All-American in 1987, is currently a member of the UCLA Hall of Fame. Next up, Dell and Stephen Curry. Sports fans have learned that shooting does indeed run in the family if Dell and Stephen Curry are to be believed. In his 16 seasons in the NBA, Dell averaged 11.7 points per game, while shooting nearly 46% from the field and over 40% from 3. He was selected the NBA's 6th Man of the Year in 1994, in large part due to his smooth shot, and he continues to hold the record for most points points scored in Charlotte Hornets history. Having said that, Dale's most gifted kid, Steph, has consistently outperformed his father. Steph established the NCAA record for threes made in a season in 2008 as a sophomore at Davidson. The younger Curry has only surprised and improved since joining the Golden State Warriors in 2009, rising to the top of the association's point guards and often scorching the rim. In the 2012-13 NBA season, Stephen set a record for the most three-pointers made in a regular season, 272. And in the 2013-14 NBA season, he and Klay Thompson set a record for the most three-pointers made in a calendar year, 484. Steph has a staggering 20.6 PPG average in just over 5 seasons in the NBA, in addition to 6.8 assists, 4.2 rebounds, and 1.7 steals per game. Even better, he managed to do it despite shooting an absurd 43.5% from beyond the arc and 47% from the field. Moving on, Yannick and Joakim Noah. Joakim Noah and Yannick Noah both followed different career routes to success. Yannick began playing tennis at a young age while growing up in Cameroon, and at age 11, Charlie Passerelle and Arthur Ashe made his acquaintance. He soon relocated to France, where he trained before launching a promising tennis career in 1977. Yannick remained a formidable force on the court for the following 2 decades. The elder Noah also had great success as the captain of France's Davis Cup and Fed Cup teams, but he is most known for winning the French Open in 1983. Yannick finished with a total of 23 solo titles and 16 doubles trophies, and he reached the number 3 singles and number 1 doubles rankings in the world. His son, Joakim, chose the hardwood as his preferred surface and traveled a very different path to championship success. He first achieved greatness at the University of Florida, where he helped the Gators win consecutive national championships in 2006 and 2007. Then, following his junior year, Noah declared for the NBA draft when the Chicago Bulls picked him 9th overall. Joakim has been selected for 2 NBA All-Star teams and an All-NBA first team in a little over 7 professional seasons. 2014 saw him honored as the NBA's Defensive Player of the Year. Let's not forget the Boons. Few, if any, families have had more success in baseball than the Boons, who have made a total of 10 All-Star appearances over 3 generations. Keeping them in mind, we expand our perspective on this topic beyond the customary father-son discussion to include the 3rd generation. The Boone connection to professional baseball actually began in 1948, the year Ray Boone made his main league debut with the Cleveland Indians. The World Series winner and 2-time All-Star hit .275 with 151 home runs throughout the course of his 13-year career. He also won the AL RBI title in 1955. Bob Boone, Ray's son, was next to speak. His professional baseball career began in Philadelphia in 1972 and lasted for over 2 decades before he retired in 1990. Of course, like his father before him, Bob passed on his passion for the game and his eye for talent, helping to create 2 more Boone All-Stars. Brett, Bob's oldest son, played in the league for 14 years, from 1992 to 2005, sharing his time between 6 different teams. And as was already said, Brett's brother Aaron did a commendable job of continuing the long-standing baseball legacy in the family. Aaron particularly graced MLB from 1997 to 2009 with his presence. The youngest Boone blasted 24 home missiles and drove in 96 runs in his lone All-Star campaign, 2003, including a storied walk-off rocket in the 11th inning of Game 7 of the ALCS. The Boone family has contributed significantly to MLB over the course of over 60 years, including 4 All-Stars from 3 distinct generations. Finally, Bobby and Barry Bonds. More than any other name over the past 40 years or so, Barry Bonds has come to represent baseball. Bobby Bonds, who began his professional career in 1968, created the famous groundwork by assembling a great 14-year career. The elder Bonds became baseball's first player to smash 30 home runs and steal 30 bases in more than 2 seasons, pulling off the feat a record 5 times while bringing an unheard-of combination of power and speed to the game, a mark only his son would eventually equal. In addition, Bobby joined Willie Mays as the only player in baseball history to have both 300 career stolen bases and 300 career home runs. This achievement places him in an elite and renowned company. Barry, Bobby's son, naturally added to his father's exploits, making his career one of the most successful in the sport's history, as most people already know. The younger Bonds played in 22 seasons seasons for Pittsburgh and San Francisco, earning 8 Gold Gloves and 7 NL MVP honors. Additionally, he was chosen for 14 All-Star games. Barry owns several significant hitting records, including the most career home runs, 762, the most home runs in a season, and the most career walks, all while batting .298 for the course of his career, despite the controversy that dogged the end of it. MLB father-son records for career home runs, RBI, and stolen bases are held jointly by Bobby and Barry. That's a wrap for this video. Which one of these sporting legacies is your favorite? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.